So, how we doing, everybody? Today we're going to be looking at the Baggie Lab, and I'm going to do this as a demonstration for you here. So what we want to do is make sure you have your lab ready, your paper lab ready, or if you're looking at doing this on the computer, that's fine too. All right, we're going to be using three chemicals today. We're going to be using calcium chloride. We're going to be using a little sodium bicarbonate, which is the same thing as baking soda, and we're going to use a little indicator called phenol red. And the subject is really what happens when we mix all these three together in a small bag. And we're going to look at the reactions that takes place, some observations, and see how we can look at this. So the first things first, if you're looking at your labs, what you want to do is just record three observations you can get or look at when you look at these three chemicals. So I'm going to show them to you here. Again, if we were doing this in the lab, it would be a little different. So do the best you can as far as looking at those things. So we'll open up the baking soda or the hydrogen carbonate, sodium hydrogen carbonate. We'll take a look at that really quickly. Okay, I'll grab a little spoon. We can take a look at it, kind of take a look at an idea what it looks like. Okay, you can get an idea, I guess. Best thing you can do. All right, so that would be that. The next one would be our calcium chloride. We can shake it around a little bit. You can probably hear the sound. Okay, and we can take a look at what these guys look like. Take a look at. Okay, an idea what that looks like. All right, shut that. Okay, so those are our two chemicals there. All right, our phenol red. I put this in a graduated cylinder. I got about 5 milliliters here of phenol red. You can get an idea maybe phenol red looks like. I can give away one of them. There is no odor to this. I might give you a little hint. All right, so that would be our phenol red. So we'll keep that handy there. Okay, and I got a little water in one here. So we're going to move those out of the way for you. Okay, move that out of the way for you. Okay, all right, so if you want to take a minute, just write down a couple of observations about that. Okay, you can pause the video here. Okay, next. All right, what we're going to do in part one here is we're going to mix them in a bag. Now, we've got to be really careful. If you look at the procedure, what we're going to do is we're going to place 1 spoonful of the sodium bicarbonate in one corner of the bag. So and then we're going to do that 2 spoonfuls of the calcium chloride in another corner of the bag, which is kind of what I did here. I attempted to do this as neat as I could. You can see on this side is our calcium chloride. On this side is our sodium bicarbonate. So you can pretty much see them in the corners. All right, and we've measured out 5 milliliters of our phenol red, which is going to be here. Okay, and 5 milliliters of water in a graduated cylinder here. So 2 graduated cylinders. Again, we're doing the best we can here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to mix them here. I know that doesn't show that particularly here because we're trying to do this on video, but I'm just going to mix the water here so you can see that. Okay, I'm going to mix the phenol red with the water there. Okay, so then we'll make a solution. I'll move those out of the way. Okay, and if we mix them, we get this nice, I guess, bright red solution, which is our mixture of our phenol red. All right. So what we want to do is have your pencils ready. You can always rewind the video and check it out. But what I want to do is mix them all. And again, the central question is going to be today for this is going to be what happens when we mix all 3 chemicals and you mix them in a plastic bag. What kind of thing can we get out of this? What kind of observations can we make? All right, so I'm going to do this. I'm going to open this up. Okay. I'm going to take the baggie, open it up, mix all 3. Okay, now I'm going to shut that bag. Okay, and I'm going to start to mix this. Start to really mix this up. And we'll mix it all together. Okay, just see that. Maybe I can take it up a little closer for you. So it's going underneath it. Underneath here. Okay, I can mix it. And I'm going to check the temperatures. Right now it's 81 to start in here. I'm going to put this underneath the bag. I know it might be a little backwards for you, but you can see you're getting quite a temperature rise of this. And you may notice something about the bag as well as you do this. We're going to be started at 81 degrees. Okay, you may see something part of the bag here. This is getting quite big here. Let's see. In fact, I got to step back. I think something might happen here. This is a little crazy. All right. Let me mix this. So I'm going to point it that way just in case something should happen to this bag. But let's say something might be happening here, right? So take your observation. See what you think here happened. I mean, I'm taking a look at, I want to roll the bag around for you so you can really take a good look at it. An idea what this looks like. Mm-hmm. So that goes like that. All right. Getting a little afraid here. Whoa, something's happening. Okay. All right, well, I blew a hole in the bottom of the bag. You gotta be a little safe, right? Gotta get out of the way of that. Okay. And let's take a look. So I would, from this point, write down some observations that you saw in the bag, and then we'll take it from there. Okay. All right. In part 2, what we want to do is ask some questions. Okay. So now you have some observations. We want to ask some questions about what just took place. Okay. About our observation. Why did you see what you saw? So some sample questions can be, if you look at the second page in part 2, we can say, well, some questions you could ask is, why does the mixture do this? Or what caused the bag to do this or that? Okay. So what you can do is, based on your observations, ask a couple of questions here, and write down what you would question about this. Okay, and that's really that's the exercise in part 2. Okay, and what we'll do is in video number 2, we'll take a look at what we came up with.